All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig in a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video. Ji'Ayir Brown needs to start Sunday against the Lions over Logan Ryan. We'll talk about it. First, we're brought to you by Pig in a Pickle. 2 locations, Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Pig in a Pickle. Go get the brisket. Go get the brisket chili. Go say hi to Damon and Mary. Tell them that Larry Krueger sent you. And this video is also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Check that link in the description. Use the promo code Krug, and they will match you up to your first $100. All right. Sunday, NFC Championship game. 49ers at home against the Detroit Lions. Niners have to make a big decision on who starts at safety opposite Tayshaun Gibson. Is it the rookie from Penn State, Ji'Ayir Brown, or is it the 32-year-old veteran, Logan Ryan, and who was signed coming off of a cruise and played very poorly last week against the Green Bay Packers? All right, you got to go with Brown. You have to go with Brown. I asked Steve Wilkes about it earlier in the week. We're going to hear from him in a minute. He wouldn't commit to Logan Ryan as the starter for the NFC Championship game. He said it's an ongoing process right now, and nor should he commit. Logan Ryan really struggled against Green Bay. He made 1 run stop. He missed 4 tackles. He had a passer rating allowed of 109.7. He had a penalty. He had a blown coverage on 3rd and 15 that led to Ambry Thomas's pass interference penalty. He had another bust where he carried a Packers wideout last week instead of picking up a wide open crosser. The missed tackle on Aaron Jones was criminal. It could have been the play that broke the Niners' back and ended the season. So, it's one thing to be in the right place at the right time, and that's what you get with Logan Ryan as a veteran. He's probably going to be more times than not in the right place at the right time. But I'm going to take my chances with the rookie this week against Detroit. Ji'Ayir Brown has not been on the field since he sprained his knee in Week 16. And in that game, he missed 3 tackles. He gave up a touchdown. But he plays much more physically than Logan Ryan. And he needs to start. It's as simple as that. Niners traded up in the 3rd round last year in the draft, or this year, last April in the draft. And he sat the bench behind Gibson and Hufanga. But when Talanoa Hufanga went out, that meant Ji'Ayir Brown was going to step in. And he played really, really well. He sprained his knee in Week 16. He's healthy now. He said he was healthy last week. The plan was to ease him in, but they didn't play him at all. So Shanahan said Wednesday that Ji'Ayir Brown could be part of the Niners' defensive game plan against the Lions on Sunday. I'll go further to say he has to be in the defensive plan on Sunday. Now, the plan was to make him available for Green Bay, but it just never materialized. I mean, he didn't play at all. Didn't play on special teams, didn't play from scrimmage. Logan Ryan played 67 snaps against Green Bay, as I said, and gave up a touchdown and had just a disaster performance against the run. And if you can't stop Aaron Jones, you're not stopping David Montgomery. And the one thing about the 49ers is when they were really good against the run during the D'Amico years and the Saleh years, they had Jaquiski Tart and Jimmy Ward playing safety. Those guys are like linebackers. They hit like linebackers. They come up aggressively and support the run. Now they went to Tayshaun Gibson, and I understand it. Tayshaun Gibson's got good ball skills. He's not going to drop the interceptions that Tart dropped. He's not going to do that. He's going to catch them. But that's really all Tayshaun Gibson does. He will catch the ball in the middle of the field. He's not great against the run. He's not a great cover guy either. So the Niners need a thumper at safety this week, and Ji'Ayir Brown can be that player. He also has a really great nose for the ball. We're talking about a guy who had double-digit interceptions his last couple of years for Penn State there in Happy Valley. So, yeah, Brown started 5 games after Hufanga went down with the injury, and Logan Ryan's 32, and he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. He was a 3rd-round pick in the 2013 draft, and I understand he's got 17 playoff games to his credit. So you think the safer play is to go with Logan Ryan, but at the end of the day, Logan Ryan is not going to be able to tackle David Montgomery. Not. Montgomery's 225 on a 5'10 frame. Even if Logan Ryan is right in perfect position to tackle Montgomery, Montgomery's going to run him over. Montgomery and Gibbs are two of the best running backs in the entire league as far as yards after contact. So you need a hitter, and Ji'Ayir Brown's a hitter. There's always a chance he takes the wrong run fit, but guess what? We just saw it from Logan Ryan last week against Aaron Jones. Took the wrong run fit, and you're talking about a guy who's 32 years old and has played in 17 playoff games. So I like Logan Ryan, but here's my plan on Sunday. And before we go to my plan, actually, let's hear from Steve Wilks. Here is Wilks from earlier in the week when I asked him about if he's going back to Ji'Ayir Brown. I tried to lead him to, hey, you should go with Ji'Ayir Brown. Here's how that exchange went.
Steve, Ryan struggled against the run. It looked like on a couple plays, the Jones run, he barely got a hand on him. Are we going to see more Ji'Ayir Brown this week at safety, or are you going to stay with Ryan?
I would say overall, we all got to improve on the run. I know we point out Logan. He got to improve on his tackling, as we know. He's going to get better with that. Ji'Ayir still in the mix. We'll see exactly how it goes this week and exactly how much he's going to play, if he will play, if he will start and whatnot. We don't know. That's still an ongoing process right now.
All right, that was Steve Wilks, and as you could see from earlier in the week, he said, "Hey, nothing's been decided." And I think he kind of gave it away there by saying, we haven't decided if Ji'Ayir Brown's going to play or if he's going to start. He needs to play. He needs to start. There's no doubt in my mind. Okay, here's my plan. This is what I would go with if I'm the 49ers. You're going up against a team that really runs the ball, and they got two physical running backs. Go with Ji'Ayir Brown, and if you get up a couple touchdowns and suddenly you take away the run game from Jared Goff and the Lions, and they've got to now pass their way back in the game. If you want to take Ji'Ayir Brown off the field at that point and replace him with a guy like Logan Ryan, who's more of a glorified veteran cornerback and might be more reliable in pass coverage, I'd be okay with that. But Ji'Ayir Brown needs to be on the field. The 49ers can't have two safeties that both aren't playing the run, not against a team like Detroit that's going to run the ball a lot. So Ji'Ayir Brown's got to play. Ji'Ayir Brown's got to be in there. It's no time for, hey, you know what? We're going with the veteran. Go with the guy who's going to get the job done. I'd rather take a chance that Ji'Ayir Brown takes a wrong run fit and gives up a long run than sit there all day and watch David Montgomery run over Logan Ryan. Can't happen. Sometimes you got to go with youth. If you look around the NFL, youth is being served. Green Bay's in the playoffs, or were in the playoffs. How? A lot of young players. Detroit is a force. Why? Aiden Hutchinson, Brian Branch, Jahmyr Gibbs, lots of young players. Kansas City is staying alive because of Rashee Rice, rookie wide receiver. You look at the Baltimore Ravens, their best wide receiver, and in my opinion, one of their only good wide receivers, Zay Flowers. What's he? He's a rookie. It's a young man's game. At this point, it's January. They started practicing in May. They were going to training camp in June. If you're still playing right now on January the 26th, you're not a rookie. Put Ji'Ayir Brown on the field. I don't want to be, there should be no ambiguity about any of this. Play your best players. Go down fighting with your best players. Brown's way better against the run, and he's a productive interceptor. Logan Ryan's a 32-year-old player who's got experience but was on a cruise. Play Ji'Ayir Brown. All right. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krug Show. Thanks to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. Thanks to all you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.